Hey, what's up? It's Jim with Rock Your Best Vocals here with the top 3 mistakes. Look at those mistakes. Top 3 mistakes when trying to learn to sing. And this is coming from my perspective as someone who had to retrain their voice from COVID when I pretty much almost lost it and almost lost my career. I am a professional singer for over 30 years. During lockdown, the 2.5 years that I wasn't out singing regularly, and the damage that COVID did to my lungs, I almost didn't recover from, but I did after working on several things, which I'll get into over time. But these are the top 3 mistakes beginners trying to learn on YouTube make. I'm going to finish with the most important one. Number 3, terms. When you're a beginner on YouTube and you start listening to all the different terms that all these guys throw out, some of them are actually contradicting each other. And terms won't help you learn to sing better. So if you know what falsetto is, it's not going to help you actually sing any better. If you know what mixed voice is, or all the anatomy terms, CT, muscle, all that stuff, it's not going to help you sing better. In my entire time of professional singing, I had no idea about most of the terms that I heard of. Frankly, I didn't even know where my diaphragm was. It didn't even matter to me because I just sang, and I tried to emulate the artists that I loved. And when I was out there performing, and I had to figure out how to sing. And so it's just it's weird that people get so bogged down in trying to learn how to do these things. And then to me, it's very annoying when vocal coaches try to sound really smart using these terms, and it just confuses people. So, don't worry about the terms. They're not going to help you sing any better. Number 2, faith. Oh, you got to have faith. No, you don't. Don't have faith in any particular coach or method. What they may be teaching you may not be right for what you want to sing. Let me just give you an example from my perspective. When I was relearning how to sing, I came across a very good vocal coach. He's a classical vocal coach, and he's been singing for 85 years or something like that. He's very good at what he does. But there was things about the way classical singer would sing, it doesn't really suit the style of music that I sing. Rock and pop, it doesn't really suit. There's rules around that traditional classical singing that don't apply or shouldn't be applied to contemporary, some people call it, or rock singing, or pop singing, or whatever. And in my case, it made my voice worse, because in my case, they talk about with classical stuff, you stray away from nasal resonance and stuff like that. But in my case, I was not using my nasal resonance and focus more and more on, everything in the throat, and that made my singing worse. Whereas I've always had very bad sinuses, so I really have to focus on using my nasal resonance to the best of its ability to get the right placement and the right sound for what I want to do. And training, with that classical style was just making it all worse. But the number one thing that's the biggest problem when you're trying to learn how to sing on YouTube is YouTube itself. It's a blessing and a curse. There's so much incredible content on there, and there's so much crappy content on there. A lot of times vocal coaches contradict one another, and in my case, I started questioning my own. Are you freaking kidding me? Right, okay, so sorry about that. I have to finish this on my phone. The thing is that there's so much free content on there. That's the blessing. But the curse is that there's so much free content on there. You can go down rat holes. I was watching other vocal coaches who are naturally good singers. They didn't have all the struggles that I did because I didn't start off good at all. A lot of them sing really well. So it made me feel worse and worse and worse. And I just got going down rat holes, and then I became obsessed with consuming stuff instead of just going back to the way I learned, which was just by singing and try to emulate my heroes, which is how I actually learned in the first place. So when I started to get back to my roots, everything started falling into place. And I realized a lot of the stuff that I was learning and trying out and like obsessing on was the actual problem, or it was making the problem worse, or at least contributing to the problem. Anyway, let me know down below, how often would you guys like to see comments? Are you making any of these mistakes? If there's any other mistakes maybe I missed, maybe there's some really, really big ones. Also, what else would you guys like to see from my channel coming from a 50-plus-year-old professional singer that wants to help others learn how to sing and get out there and make money from your voice? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So hope to see you on the next one. Rock your best, vocals. Your best keeps getting better. See you then.